Where's your...
He scrammed. Looks like he didn't want to promote me.
You'll get over it.
I've lost my spare batteries. I'll be bored to death.
What time?
At 7. Oh, if only my car hadn't broken down.
I found some batteries in front of the theater. Would they be okay?
Sure, thanks. I hope they're long-lasting. It's working, thanks. You're a lifesaver.
My pleasure.
By the way, my name is Patty.
I'm Nicole. You want to talk?
Sure. Men are useless. They can't even pick up a girl. Maybe I gave in too soon. If I was a journalist, I'd definitely find something.
What do you do?
Lots of things. I'm a hairdresser, but I earn extra money.
A hairdresser? Good for you.
Really? Well, I can change my hairstyle whenever I want to. You know, I won $50 thanks to that.
How?
I bet my friends that I'd surprise them. I like to change things up from time to time. And the old man I visited...
So you visit somebody?
A friend recommended me. At first I cut his hair once a month. Now I've got a bit more work.
Is it hard?
Not really, though he barely walks. But he's a Korean War veteran, a tough guy. My job is mainly listening to his wartime stories, with only half an ear, just like now.
Are they terrifying?
Not very much so. He talks about this neighborhood. He's lived here for...
It must be strange, living in one place for so long. So, he probably used to go to this movie theater.
Sure, he had to. He used to be a projectionist. Movies are his second favorite topic, but he gets really emotional when he talks about...
Then he probably wasn't bored at work?
No, he likes to have fun.
Tell me something more about...
Not so long ago, he told me a story. You want to listen to it?
Go ahead.
His wife used to leave their kids with him, but when he played movies that kids couldn't watch, they had to play in the yard.
A perfect dad.
Once, his daughter found a key there, and he made a brilliant plan. He bet his friend who worked at the bar that once a month he'd rip off a bottle of whiskey without breaking in. The prize was the bottle of whiskey, and he succeeded because it was the key to the grating in the yard window. All he had to do was not close.
They played like kids.
That's right. It was revenge for the joke that the bartender...
Oh, you've got to tell me about it.
Okay. The old man made an unofficial show of a blue movie at the theater. He invited his friends and everybody was excited. The problem was that his bartender friend had switched the reels. It was a nature movie about bears, but they watched all of it because the bartender made them believe that the dirty shots were in it.
Oh, he must have yearned for revenge big time.
Sure. So the day after he pinched the bottle, he put it on the counter and asked the surprised bartender, "Remember the bears?"
And the key?
He used to hide it inside the pipe where you put your feet on, right under the bartender's nose. It was so amusing for him.
Is the bartender still alive?
No. The old man says that he's already buried most of his friends. His kids live on the West Coast and he won't go to a nursing home. He wants to die with his boots on, but that's impossible.
Excuse me a moment.
Of course.
Does nobody clean in here? A pipe to rest your feet. Maybe the key that girl mentioned is still here. The key fished out with the chewing gum. Even if it's the key Patty mentioned, I can't be sure if the padlock is the same. The key won't turn. The padlock's rusty. No wonder. The bar would be lifeless without
I'm
customers.
glad to see this kind of approach.
First of all, the business has to go well.
You can't complain.
But this is the middle of nowhere.
People like such places. Bikers.
And skirt chasers.
A real motley crew.
You recognize them all?
Almost.
What gives the cops away? Carefully looking around.
Yeah, asking a lot of questions, but above all, not looking relaxed.
And the criminals?
Which ones? That's one huge.
Let's say repeaters.
They're like cops, but you can see they enjoy their lives much more. People tend to be predictable. I'm afraid.
Worked like this for a long time.
What about you?
Am I being nosy?
Long enough. I used to work in Manhattan.
But you prefer peace.
That's right.
Now it's as boring as...
I love being bored.
You won't line your pocket.
Listen to me, lady. I don't push drugs to kids. I don't launder money. I'm fine with what I earn. I used to be a head waiter downtown. Loaded guys were regulars. Me and my friend were planning to do a huge business in Manhattan. But one day, a lunatic with a gun got inside and shot 5 customers. He was overpowered when reloading. I gave up Manhattan. And maybe it was because I heard the click.
It's okay.
All customers are welcome here.
The theater nearby.
Ever since I remember.
Aren't they?
God has given up on this neighborhood.
But it used to be.
Yeah, old customers often recollect.
How their parents...
Rather the Disney cartoons. Once, 2 guys argued over which of them sneaked through the ladies' room.
That must have been some...
The amazing world of childhood.
Could I get some oil?
There isn't any on the table? Just a sec. Do you like anything with the oil? Anything to eat?
No, thank you. You know, my trunk lock's jammed. Maybe some oil can help me.
Do you need a teaspoon?
No, thanks. I'll just pour some on the key.
Do you like anything else?
No, thank you. So the kids sneaked into the theater through this. The padlock's open. Now I can finally open the grating. A typical ugly yard at the back of the building.